Say that again.
I said dun 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 dun.
Yeah, one more time. I'm just trying to make sure the levels are good.
Do 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 do. Bum ba-dum bum bum
Is that
bum bum bum.
a song?
Yep.
Oh.
We got Christmas music playing in the house right now. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Can you not hear it?
No.
Oh yeah.
But I can hear
got
you.
it.
I can hear you, which is really nice.
Well, good. Yeah. Pandora. 24/7 if my daughters had anything to do with it.
Really big fans of the Pandora.
Pandora Christmas. Yeah. Yep. So, okay. Alrighty. Level's good?
Level's good.
All right. You ready to rock this podcast?
Been doing it for a minute.
Okay, alrighty. Woohoo. Hey, podcast.
Hey, audience.
Audience. Why did I say podcast? I guess because we're doing one. Hey, audience. How are you? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We hope that you are about to head into just some wonderful, wonderful days of being with friends and family, kind of just turning off your brain a little bit, restoring your soul. That's what we hope, right?
Yes. Turn off your brain.
Yes, reclaim your brain, as they say.
There you go. Because 2012 is just around the corner.
Oh, my goodness. And you know, T, we have a great podcast for 2012 for January. We're
already recorded it.
We did?
No.
Because I didn't think we did.
No.
Yeah. We'll do our regular roles and goals and dreams and all that kind of stuff. And but we'll also do something else. We're going to talk our first ever our comedy issue. We're going to talk a little bit about comedy and what we like and what we don't like.
Ooh, I like that. That sounds fun.
Doesn't that sound fun?
It does. It sounds funny.
Oh, well, it could be.
Because it's comedy.
Well, yeah. See?
Yeah.
So we're going to do that in January. But this is our Christmas podcast. This is just Yuletide greetings.
This is curl up by the fire with some hot cocoa and a loved one and just sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Or if you don't have a loved one, maybe just, Ned from your neighbor that you grew up with that always knocks on the door every time you come home because he didn't really go to college. He just kind of hung out. But he's still there living with Mom, and he likes to just come on over with his Christmas sweater and see how you're doing.
And this time, turn the tables on him because he always makes you feel awkward anyway. So this Christmas, your gift back to him is to make him feel awkward.
Yeah. Invite him in. Have him sit by the fire.
Put on a
Hold
Snuggie.
His hand.
Yeah.
See what happens.
It's just getting creepy.
Yeah. His hand get all clammy, though.
Oh, it is clammy. It starts off clammy. It just goes downhill from there.
That is so true.
Oh, Ned.
So I hope it's a good time for you guys. I hope it's a fun time, audience.
Yeah.
It's so great traveling around to different states and meeting some of the audience members.
Oh, I love it.
And they are such exuberant fans, too. I mean, they really go, I'm a audience member.
Yeah.
So I think we may have met all 28 of our audience members. I'm not for sure.
We've gotten awfully close.
Yeah.
Awfully close.
Yeah. And I think audience then there's two sections. There's audience members and then there's audience stalkers.
Yes.
And then there's audience don't know if I'm a stalker yet. There's really three categories.
Well, then there's four. There's the stalkers who live in denial. And you know who they are because they proclaim, "Oh, I'm a audience member, but not a stalker."
Yeah.
Which if you say it,
yeah, you have to wonder. Maybe they really are. Yeah. That's good. Speaking of original stalker girl, Amy, she still listens. She did get married. Yeah, she got married.
That's right.
But Amy, if you're listening to this one, you asked some great questions about love and marriage and some stories of our wives and stuff like that. And I don't want to disappoint you, and we will do that in February during the Love Month, okay? So, see how I'm already planning these out?
Look
See
at
that?
you. Look at
Yeah.
you. Now,
Yeah.
you better write it down, too, because we may forget.
Oh, well, our audience will remind us. See, that's the beauty. There's accountability, see?
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron, so one friend, one audience member sharpens another. See, it's in the Bible.
Yeah. I
See?
love it.
See? So, so we'll be doing that. That'll be the next 2 months. But again, Yuletide greetings. Mm. 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 Happy holidays, audience. I like going into stores and just saying Merry Christmas. Have you noticed what they do?
What's that?
What cashiers and people do?
What's that?
Like, if you go, Merry Christmas. Mm-hmm. You too.
I like it when Christians use Merry Christmas as a litmus test. I like it when they instead of really meaning Merry Christmas, it's like they're jamming it down someone's throat. Somebody's, they're required to say Happy Holidays, but I like it when Christians go Merry Christmas, and they don't really mean it.
Oh, you mean a customer?
Yeah. When somebody is doing the cashier, and it's the person in front of you with the tacky Christmas sweater, and the person's trying to be nice, and they're like Happy Holidays because their manager said don't say Merry Christmas, and then the person over there is like Merry Christmas. It's what it is.
I guess I'm right in the middle because I do it on purpose. I do go Merry Christmas, but I'm nice about it. But I always like the response. So, because you can just tell they have been told not to say Merry Christmas. So it's just kind of sad. But anyway, but it's so universal. I mean, it really is. It's just like no matter where you go. I mean, it's like it would be interesting to see who works in retail if managers have to sit down their employees and go, look, here's the deal. We cannot say Merry Christmas anymore. So, because it really does seem like a thing,
And it's probably so different depending on where you are, because even where you are, you live in a more diverse area than I do, in a larger area. So here, the Target gal, she'll tell me Merry Christmas,
Will she?
Oh, yeah, because, it's just a smaller town and different area, But yeah, I love it. I say Merry Christmas all the time. You know what I'm talking about, those ones with that tone in their voice.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
They have an agenda. They have an agenda.
I think we keep saying Merry Christmas just like you do it in a nice way.
Yeah. There was one person that let it slip. It's like, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You could just tell they were trying to swallow them back. I should have that. Oh, my job.
It's crazy, It's crazy. It's crazy that Merry Christmas would offend someone. I don't celebrate Hanukkah, but if somebody told me Happy Hanukkah, I don't think I'd be like, well, I don't celebrate Hanukkah.
Like an old man?
Yeah.
Well, I don't celebrate Hanukkah.
Don't celebrate Hanukkah. Don't tell me that. I don't like applesauce.
Or the menorah.
That's right. But,
well, I wonder what our audience members are doing right now. I love when they tell us what they're doing. And there's so many different things that they do when they listen. I love the ones, and audience members, you know who you are. I love the ones.
You know who you are, darlings.
You know who you are, darlings. I love the ones that, I listen to you when I'm in my dorm room or this or that, someone said on the subway, and I have to hold my hand over my mouth because I look really foolish laughing and people don't know what I'm laughing at, and that kind of stuff. And so
let's do this, okay? Hey, audience member, wherever you are right now, we're going to pause for just a second. I want you to turn to someone near you and look at them and say, Merry Christmas, friend. Okay, now write us back and tell us how that went.
Yeah, and you don't even have to say friend because
say friend. It makes it more creepy.
It does make it more creepy.
I know.
I don't want our audience members to be creepy.
I do.
Oh.
And what's really funny is the audience members who listen to us while they're going to sleep, right now they're having dreams about saying Merry Christmas to strangers.
They're having they're having their first Christmas dream.
That's right.
That's
And they
funny.
said Merry Christmas to a subway, not someone on the subway. Or
And the
some
subway
people,
started talking back.
yeah,
Well,
or
thank
somebody said Merry Christmas and it was Jared, because that's when they think of Subway, that's the only person that comes to mind. But he's gained his weight back and he looks like that girl who ate the blueberry candy in Willy Wonka.
Speaking of though, Jared sometimes though, you got to kind of look at him and go, "You're eating more than Subway, buddy. You're not that slim. You're
But can you imagine if all he did eat was, I mean, I like Subway, but boy, at some point you'd just be going, oh gosh, I need something else.
totally. Well, I think that's his. I mean, that's his job. He's a spokesman for Subway, and
Yeah.
and granted, he lost tons of weight and he's kept it off, and everything. But there was some moments. I think they've told him you got to get back on the wagon, Jared, because there was a little while there. This is probably a couple of years ago. You're going, ooh, Jared,
Huh.
huh? I think he's been going to Maggiano's a little bit.
Yeah, he may be become the spokesperson for Wendy's. Yeah, he was at the last race I ran in. Jared was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, representing the old Subway.
Well, looky there.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know? Looky there. Looky there. Well, what are you gonna do for Christmas?
You know what? Everybody's coming to our house. We got
great.
my wife's family's coming Christmas, and then my family is going to come right after that, and then the Jameses are coming right after that.
Oh yeah.
The Jameses
yeah.
for the James Woodard Christmas.
Oh boy. Yes. Second. What is this? Is this like our third annual or second annual?
I think it's the third, maybe.
Oh, it's so cool. Our kids are excited.
Oh, mine are too.
They love your kids.
Oh, and versa visa.
Versa visa.
Yeah.
Versa visa.
Yeah, we've had one of your kids' Christmas presents for about 2 months now.
You know what? You're when we were down there, when I was down there, filming. Hudson brought me into by the Christmas tree. He says, "Look, this is for Ainsley and JC."
Oh yeah, Hud and I are the ones that bought it. We were the ones that found it and bought it. Man, we were excited.
Well, she's my girls are excited. And my girl, they picked out some good gifts for your kiddos too. So
Awesome.
So anyway, should be fun.
And you got me a good Christmas gift, a jacket that I've been wearing constantly. I love it.
You've been wearing
Very
it?
nice coat. Yeah, it's hanging right here where I am. I wear it almost every day.
Okay, well, cool. Is it warm? Is it nice?
It is. I like it because it's not heavy, but
Yeah.
it stops the wind, and
Yeah.
it's got a good liner in it. It's a very nice coat. I love it.
Pockets? You got pockets?
Nice pockets. It's got
pockets.
It's got a really cool pocket on the outside, up at like where if you crossed your heart, like to say the pledge, like there's a pocket right there that zips shut. It's great for sunglasses and for your phone.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
see.
cool coat,
well,
man.
I'm glad
You did
like
good.
it. We saw that in Minneapolis, didn't we?
Yeah, in mini town.
And it was snowing.
It was snowing, and we ran in the snow.
We ran a little over 3 miles in the snow that day.
We were committed.
We did it.
Yep.
We did it. That was kind of on my that was on my bucket list. I've never really run in the snow, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was chilly, but it was cool at the same time.
And I kind of live out of your bucket, so it's kind of in mine too.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Okay, TV shows coming. I mean, season has ended. So, any new discoveries? Anything that you just want to get off your chest for our audience members? And you know what? We need to bring Phineas out here, our lawyer, just before we talk about TV shows. It has when we only had 3 audience members, we could talk about Scrubs, and it wouldn't matter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that we have 28, and one of them is 4 that lives, and one is 65. There's a huge age gap there, so we have to kind of is Phineas around?
Let me see. Hey, Phineas, could you come here? Get out of the corner. Come here.
Well, he's on retainer. Right?
Yeah, that's you gotta put your lawyer somewhere when he's on retainer, so he's in the corner. So come here. Yeah, no, come here.
Phineas.
Yes.
Hi, Phineas.
Hello.
Hi, buddy.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Um, Phineas,
Yes.
we're going to talk about TV shows again on
Oh, please don't.
podcast.
Just don't. Is there a way for me to persuade you not to?
Well, listen, Phineas. This this is what we do. I mean, we talk about TV shows.
Yeah.
Other guys may talk about sports. We talk about TV shows.
Well, yes, talk about sports. That's a good idea.
Well, but that's not really what we do. We talk. We'll say we've been influenced by television and movies and entertainment and writing and acting, so that's kind of our thing. But speaking of football, have you been liking this football season?
I
Phineas?
don't get to watch TV. I'm on retainer.
Okay, well, give a disclaimer so we can talk about TV shows.
Okay. The discussion you're about to hear is between Tommy and Eddie only. It does not represent the Skit Guys in any way. Any TV shows that are mentioned are not meant to be seen by all of the audience members. Please use discretion when watching TV. Your own discretion. You're responsible for your actions. Not the Skit Guys, or Skit Guys Incorporated, or SkitGuys.com, or anyone related to Skit Guys. Okay, thank you, Phineas.
That's good, Phineas. Wow, he covered the gamut.
Yeah, he's that way. That's why you keep him on retainer, man.
He covered the gamut.
And when we let him watch TV, he gets off his game anyway. So.
he starts liking what he's seeing.
Yeah. That's uncalled for.
Well, and we must say this, audience members. We know there's some youngsters that listen to us, and we are honored that you do, and we keep that in mind when we do our podcasts. But some of these TV shows, I mean, they're just more adult. I wouldn't let my kids watch these shows.
Yeah.
At the ages they are, 5 and 7. So you do, and I love the kids that listen to our podcast. They'll ask, like, I know there's this one young gentleman in oh goodness, we met him. Where did
Pennsylvania?
Okay, his parents drove him to the show.
Yeah.
They like camped out.
Yeah.
They made like a weekend out of it.
Yeah, it was like a Skit Guys weekend.
Crazy. Just
crazy.
So humbling, so crazy.
Apparently nothing to do in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania's beautiful.
It is. One of our favorite running places, is there.
I can't wait to run there. I hope the weather's accommodating to run.
Yeah, because that was a tough run.
It was a tough run, but
somewhere
it was
between Pittsburgh and Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what else more do you need to know, Tommy?
That's all I do know.
Pittsburgh and Bethlehem.
Is that I marked it on the GPS so we could find it again.
It's awesome. I just like that'd be a good book title. Somewhere between Pittsburgh
and Pennsylvania. In Bethlehem. Yeah.
Your life starts somewhere between Bethlehem. You get it? Bethlehem, where Christ was born. Bethlehem.
Oh no! He was. That's a different Bethlehem. He wasn't born in Pennsylvania.
See, that's so cool. I didn't really.
Yeah, Jesus was not Amish.
Do you think we hit?
Quaker.
We hit the innkeeper's house when we were there in Bethlehem?
No, buddy.
That was crazy talk.
Not the right Bethlehem. No, sir.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting, I say.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to look for the innkeeper's house when we're there. Okay. I bet it's like a monument or something, a memorial.
To bad decisions? Like a memorial to bad decisions? Of all the people you could put in the barn that night, you chose him? What are the odds? I mean, seriously, what are the odds?
That's so funny. Anyway, back to the young gentleman.
Yes.
Who did a Skit Guys weekend with his parents. He actually asked his parents, "Hey, what's Halloween the movie?" So we reference stuff, and he has the wisdom enough to go, "Hey, Mom, what's this? What's this? What's this?" And
yes.
His parents were saying, "Hey, we're so glad he asks because we could tell you guys grew up in the '80s." But all that to say, we're going to talk about stuff, and some of these shows are just not appropriate for young kiddos to watch.
Yeah.
But that's just it, isn't it, Tommy?
Yes.
When we're parents, we're cops for little kids, then we become their coaches, then we become their counselor. So,
And finally, their confidant.
So right now to the young kids, we're your cop. We're your cops to the young audience members and saying you can't watch these shows. So
yes.
To the older ones, hey, if your parents don't want you to watch them, you shouldn't watch them.
Sure,
so.
Sure.
Okay. All right, so let's talk TV, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still watching, and the name just forgot me, and I've watched every episode. Ever After, Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would that be good for my kids to watch?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Good
But what makes it such a cool show is you already know all the characters, and even when they introduce a character, you know that character because you know the story tale or the story. You know, the story tell.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and so it's very interesting, but it's adult subjects, you know, and they kind of take you behind the scenes on some of the the stories that you'd heard before, and yeah, I still like it. I had to kind of. Do you remember when Lost first came on? It was such a unique idea, but you didn't know any of the actors, and they probably, if you went back and watched it, they weren't that stellar. They hadn't really figured out their character yet. And so, going through the first few episodes, there was a lot of that, and, but I'm liking it. I'm really enjoying it. I love the direction they're going with it. So still enjoying it.
They bill it as a family show.
No, it's not.
That's so interesting.
I mean, not for me. Not for me. I mean, my daughter watches it. She's 13. My son, I wouldn't have my son watch it. He's 10.
Okay, but your daughter watches it?
Yeah, but she's 13,
Totally. Have you noticed, are you watching ABC Family at all? Like their Christmas shows? They're showing Christmas shows all the time. Your kids watch that?
We recorded something, but no, we haven't been watching it.
Well, we have it on. Like they've been out of school yesterday, and we had it on ABC Family. Well, and I've noticed this even last week. They are showing commercials, just some of the these cologne commercials and these perfume commercials. They are like in the midst of these Christmas and family stuff. I'm just going, I don't get it. I mean, I have to pause the TV because my kids are right there. But there's some very risque and body type shows. I mean, commercials.
Yeah, it's interesting because ABC Family, they've also have shows that come on that you go, I wouldn't watch that with my family. Not necessarily the Christmas ones, but I mean throughout the year.
Yeah. Okay. Love How I Met Your Mother. That show.
Yeah.
Great writing.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they. I mean, just really, really good. How they keep figuring out new ways to do things. It doesn't get stale. It's just really, really good.
Yeah, it's crazy. The last episode that I watched was, I guess the last one that was on was with
Robin.
Robin talking to her kids in the future, and it was just powerful.
So powerful.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. They are going to run into a problem though if the show keeps getting more and more popular, which it's in the top 15 now, I think, and it was used to be top 30 now. I mean, people are starting to watch it more and more.
Yeah.
If they keep getting extended, I mean, what's his name?
Ted Mosby.
Mosby is going to catch up to to the year he's supposed to have those teenagers. And, Bob Saget's voice and Ted Mosby's voice is going to get more and more awkward because they don't sound so close together.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Isn't that funny?
Yep.
But great show. Great. What an amazing concept to go. Here's a whole show based on one day you're going to meet kids. I'm going to talk to you about how I met your mom. I mean, just amazing. So
it's interesting too because the first few years, almost every episode ended with, and that woman was not your mother, or that's not how I met your mother. That's for another time, and they don't really even do that anymore.
Yeah, because they were probably going, hey, we may only be on a season or a couple of seasons. So yeah, they do. I love how they do, Barney's da-da-da-da-da. But I'll tell you more about that later. You know what I mean? They do kind of get the little things like that. But just amazing how they do the writing on that show. Really, really good. Really good.
Great characters. Lots of fun.
Love Parenthood still. Parenthood is an amazing show.
Yeah.
My wife got hooked on it. Like, she actually likes to watch it now.
Oh,
So
that's good.
yeah, yeah. Which, well, I mean, I kind of like watching it by myself so I can cry, without my wife looking at me going, "Are you crying? Are you crying? Why is
No,
that sad to you?"
don't look at me.
So it's kind of like Lost. I used to like to watch Lost by myself to just get absorbed in the acting and the writing and, this world.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I kind of have to either have her watch it on her own, or I watch it on my own, or when I watch it together and I go, okay.
yeah.
She may look at me and go, "Really? Why is that sad?" Because I have no heart. I don't get that.
Hey, a kid-friendly show that I still really love
Yeah.
is So Random. Have you been watching that?
We haven't watched it this fall. No,
It's
but
hilarious. Great characters, very funny. My kids and I sit and watch it. Our whole family watches it and just belly laugh at some of the characters and stuff.
it's great.
Yeah, very creative.
I agree. I don't know if my girls got, like, it used to be. We watched it during the summer, so I don't know if they just got kind of turned off on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just went on to other things, but very creative. Very creative.
Yep.
Speaking of sketches, I just watched the Jimmy Fallon Saturday Night Live episode. I watched the whole thing. Have you watched the whole thing?
I have not. I just caught the very end. I need to go back and watch it.
When did you leave off? Like, when did you turn it on?
Oh, I didn't turn it on until, not until like the Beethoven thing.
Okay,
Like right
okay,
before
okay.
that.
Tommy, like, here's what's so amazing about Jimmy Fallon, which, do you TiVo his show at night?
I don't TiVo it. We watch it when it's on. I watched it last night. It was hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. It was good last night. That show was so clean. The Jimmy Fallon episode of Saturday Night Live was very clean. It's just amazing when you have other people on, and then you watch Jimmy Fallon do his thing on late night or on Saturday Night Live. I mean, I think it was like there wasn't comparative what they have done in the past. I mean, it was a very clean show. So
That's
the
good.
skits were just funny.
Yeah.
They weren't nasty or a lot of innuendo or a lot of
Yeah.
very good. It was very good.
They had a ton of stars on that one, didn't they?
They did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, all the SNL gang that he was on the show with came back and stuff. So
Do you think that was cool for the people that are on it now, or do you think they were like, "Oh, great, I could have been playing that role"?
I think it was probably great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably, if you're on SNL right now and you're looking at Chris Kattan. Okay, let's just pick Chris Kattan, who's on the middle.
Yeah.
You go. If you're a SNL regular, you're probably going, you know what? If all else fails, if I'm not a Chevy Chase or an Eddie Murphy, which there's not, or Bill Murray, not everybody can be that. So you look at someone like Chris Kattan, who's funny, or Rob Schneider, or you go, okay, hopefully I can be a Chris Kattan. Hopefully I can have a career and be doing stuff after this. I think that's what's interesting is you got your Kristen Wiggs and then you got, your you got the other girls, that you either got it or you don't. But what's so interesting though about Jimmy Fallon, I remember watching Jimmy Fallon on SNL thinking, he's
not that good. He always laughs, blah blah blah. Yeah.
And he is so super talented.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at Jimmy Fallon. He's a showman,
Yeah.
So
Creative,
anyway,
funny, talented. Yeah.
sing, dance.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a good heart. He seems like he has a really good heart.
Yeah.
I read a quote from Jimmy Fallon that says about his TV show, but I think this was probably in entertainment and everything he does. He says, when it all comes down to it, we're just trying to spread smiles in a world that could use some, and we do it in a way that's not mean-spirited to anyone. And I just thought that was a great quote.
That's good.
When it all comes down to it, we're just trying to spread smiles in a world that could use some, and we do it in a way that's not mean-spirited to anyone.
Except for the Roots, they have been a little mean spirited.
Yeah, yeah. That's when Phineas gets on. That's when their lawyer gets on.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Phineas wants to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
But hopefully that's what we do too. We spread smiles in a world that could use some, and
I
hopefully
hope
do
so.
it. It's not mean-spirited to anyone.
Unless you're Amish.
Well, again,
That's not mean spirited. It's just being silly.
It's silly.
Yeah.
So the shows that kids could not watch that I am enjoying, Two Broke Girls reminds me of an 80s sitcom, but the writing is, I'm going to use the word again, bawdy. It's a little surly. It's a little like kids shouldn't watch it type thing.
So sailors would watch it.
Sailors would watch it, yes, and me. But a great premise of a rich girl and a poor girl, and the poor girl can make cupcakes that taste really good. The rich girl, who lost everything because her dad was in a Ponzi scheme, decides, hey, since you are allowing me to live with you, why don't we use my business sense and your cupcakes, and let's start a cupcake business together. It'll cost $250,000. So at the end of each episode, you watch their total amount of what they've saved go up or down. So if they've had to spend money on something like an oven or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
Or if they've lost money, or if they've gained money, you watch the total go up or down. So that's been kind of interesting. So,
that's pretty interesting.
Very, character-driven. It just reminds me of an 80s sitcom. Very heavily driven to where we got to make the studio audience laugh. You know? So anyway, but
I haven't seen it. I've seen, the first 2 or 3 minutes. It's kind of tagged onto my DVR after taping How I Met Your Mother.
Right.
But, you talked about, Saturday Night Live alum, and you have Garrett Morris in there from first season of Saturday Night Live, so good for him.
Good for him. Yeah. I mean, well, that's probably a podcast all in itself. If you think about how Saturday Night Live has impacted the world of comedy, I mean, you can't get away from it. I mean, you just said Garrett Morris, who was a very minor player. I mean, he was in, he's in Two Broke Girls. He was in Martin. He played the DJ or somebody. Martin Lawrence worked on that sitcom. But you got Chevy Chase to Bill Murray to Phil Hartman to Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy. I mean, just goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
So they have just influenced everything. So pretty crazy.
It's very crazy. And what's interesting too is I did notice, I don't know what, I was trying to watch some of the Jimmy Fallon deal episode, and they do that little thing in between the commercials where it comes back and you see them changing sets and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, Lorne Michaels is right there in the mix of it all.
Looking at everything.
That's amazing. I mean, that's what, 30, 40 years? 30 years?
Yeah.
30 years? Yeah.
Yeah. He's amazing to me. Like, I go, here's a guy that oversees Saturday Night Live, the Jimmy Fallon show, because that's Conan O'Brien. He hired Conan O'Brien. He was the executive producer over that. He's the executive producer over Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. All those movies that you can quote, I mean, that came from SNL studios, like Tommy Boy. I mean, all those movies, Wayne's World, all of those, his stamp of approval on, or him going, let's greenlight this. Up All Night, 30 Rock, all of those, you go, that is Lorne Michaels.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's, yeah. So anyway, I love watching him, even though you don't see him a lot. I just go, what a fascinating man.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to kind of hear his story more, and kind of, he is interesting.
My favorite part of, have I ever told you what my favorite part of Saturday Night Live is?
At the end.
Yeah, I know that
Yeah.
sounds like an old man. When it's over! Like one of
Was
the
that one of the guys from the Muppets?
It was when it's over.
I know that's right.
I love it when they're all waving goodbye and they're all hugging, and I always like to slow it down and maybe just watch different people talk and stuff. I don't know why I love that so much, but I guess they just seem very real,
Yeah.
and
Well, it always seems like they had a great time.
they had a great time. Yeah, I've always, since I was a kid, I've always liked watching the very end
Yeah.
when they waved goodbye. So when we would do shows with our youth group, we did like Summer Nights of Laughter, SNL. I always made sure that after curtain call, I mean, the band is playing, and we just had our cast on stage waving goodbye, and I have pictures of that just with our students and stuff when we did shows of everyone on stage waving goodbye and giving hugs, and I don't know, I just love that. I don't know what that is.
I think it's cool.
So, speaking of the Muppet movie was amazing.
Muppet movie was so good.
I cried. Did you cry?
I did, yeah. I would say I got misty-eyed when Kermit was walking through and looking at the pictures of his friends, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, like even the opening dance number, when they're kind of like stuff like that just makes me smile. I just like to be entertained that way,
Yeah.
Just good stuff.
Yeah, I was
really
listening to some Christmas music the other day, and they played some song from White Christmas. I think that's what it's in, or maybe it's in Holiday Inn. Anyway, it's a song about snow. Da 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 da. Snow. And it was weird because you think, man, back in the day, like all of the primary actors, the big box office smash people were singers and dancers. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're right.
And that's just gone. I mean, it really does not exist. I mean, I guess you could say kind of Glee, and there may be some places where it's kind of, I don't know, in a way coming back, but just gone.
Wow.
It's weird.
But even Glee, you go, they mishandled that. So I mean, my goodness.
We've covered that. Yeah, no.
But
go
I mean,
for
you
Glee.
go where it could have turned into what you're saying. Like you have singers, dancers, and actors that go beyond Glee, and we go, oh yes, I remember. I love what they do. Or I mean, when Glee stops, they will stop, except for Rachel. She'll go back to Broadway. Do you know what I mean? And,
Yes.
And a couple of them will go back to Broadway. But I mean, for the most part, they could have done so much more even after Glee is over. So.
Well, yeah. And, one of the key differences is back in the day, the movie or the show was all about the audience. And the producers thought, what would the audience think of this, And it wasn't about somebody having an axe to grind or some kind of a social thing to push, It's about entertainment.
Yeah. You're right. Have you, speaking of shows, have you been watching Survivor? You don't watch Survivor at all, do you?
No, I've never been a big Survivor person.
Oh, man. So good. So good. I don't know who won yet. I still got to watch the last episode, but it was really good. I love it. It's all about leadership and lies, I guess. Leadership and lies, but it's really interesting. I really love watching it. So
I think the only reality shows that I watch is we'll catch Biggest Loser when it's on and we happen to be there. But like honestly, the reality shows that I love are like Swamp People, and I love this new one on Moonshine. It's fascinating about these people just because it's just like it is crazy town USA, in the coolest of ways, But
that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped. I didn't TiVo Biggest Loser this season. I just kind of like you. When it was on, I watched it, but I didn't TiVo it.
Yeah,
TiVo it. So I have this weird fascination with Castle. I've never watched a full season of it.
Yeah.
But when the commercials say, like, I know the whole storyline on Castle, though. I know everything about it because there's certain episodes. I guess they're these pivotal episodes, like the cop that Castle tags around with, you know? Well, her mother died mysteriously, okay? So every once in a while they will show these episodes where I don't even know her name, but the killer or one of the killers comes back, and they will make a big deal about it. Okay,
Yeah.
I always watch those episodes because they're really very entertaining.
Yeah.
Those episodes, but I catch up on the whole season. So I watch those episodes and their season finales, and I know everything about that show. So but I like those episodes when I watch it. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
But you
yeah,
know what, though? I have shows like that, too, that I always think, why don't I record this? But I never record it.
Yeah. And if like I don't even know if I'd really like to watch a whole episode of Castle. When it's just dealing with a dead body, you know.
Yeah.
But I like the episodes that deal with their interpersonal struggles and her trying to figure out who killed her mom and that kind of stuff. So anyway, a little love triangle type thing.
Yeah. I am liking an AMC has a show on. Not a kid-friendly show, but it's about a town that followed the railroad, and it's a Western, and I'm loving it, but I love Westerns.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. There's some great shows coming back. Anyway, we can talk more about that in January, too. And I've saved the Podience emails for viewer mail for next month. We'll tackle some of those.
Yeah, we do love your emails, Podience.
Yep.
We read every one of them, and they most of the time make our day.
Yep. Oh golly, yeah. And a lot of them are staff reads as well.
Yep.
So it's just really cool. Thank you. Tuesday is our email day to read everything, and they get collated to different categories and stuff, and we love reading those. Since it is Christmas, we do have we want to do something special for our Podience members that we call this. Every Christmas we try to do something.
Right.
So we thought for this Christmas we just take a little bit of time, not a lot of time, but just a little bit of time, and just reenact Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
It's my favorite Christmas story.
I love it. I
mean, not counting, the Bible story.
Oh, well, totally, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really want anybody to write in and be like, how come the story of Jesus isn't your favorite?
That's a given, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I bought a book from, I don't know if it's the 1930s, but it was on, I think got it on eBay, but it's an old hardback of the Christmas Carol. And so I just tried to find the oldest one I could that was in good shape. So I have it on my bookshelf. So pretty cool.
Cool.
Okay, so you ready?
Yes.
Okay, all the characters will be played by Tom and Ed, and we'll do you want me to kind of narrate too, so you can do a little bit of sound effects, T?
Oh yeah, I love it. That sounds good.
Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, and Podience members, it may not be exact to the story, but I think we've all can catch the gist.
Okay, hold on. We'll do a little intro for it. Okay. I don't really have one. Sorry, I kind of misspoke. Sorry, sorry about
Here we
that.
go. Charles Dickens.
This is okay. Tonight's rendition of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol is brought to you by B.C. Clark's
and Cadbury. What's that chocolate they always do at Christmas? Like
Toblerone.
Or schmon. You know what I mean? For rich people that need to give chocolate to people. Sean, what is that chocolate? Oh gosh, it has like little nuts on the top of it. And it's very hotty toddy.
Payday. Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Oh, we first meet Scrooge as he is in his workshop talking to his
workshop. Is he related to Geppetto?
Well, his office.
Okay.
His office. It is Christmas Eve, and Bob Cratchit and Scrooge are having a conversation. The door opens. What? Who is that? Who is that, I say?
Excuse me, Mr. Scrooge.
Cratchit, what are you doing? You should be over there working like 3 inches away from my desk, because that's always the way it is. I can see you working, and I haven't seen you work all day.
Mr. Scrooge, I just wondered, it's so chilly outside.
Spit it out, boy, spit it out.
Yes, sir. Might I put just one more small lump of coal on the fire, sir?
What? Are you crazy? That lump of coal? I need that lump of coal. We just don't give that away, boy. Come on now, no.
Sir, I haven't been able to feel my fingers for about 2 years now. Because it's cold in here, even in the summertime.
That makes you a harder worker, Cratchit. Come on.
I don't think it does, sir. Just one small piece of coal, sir. It's Christmas. It's the day before Christmas.
That's right. And you're going to be here Christmas morning as we work hard to get everything done. Comprende? I have a Spanish-speaking course.
About that.
About what, Cratchit?
About Christmas Day.
Hold on, the phone's ringing.
Oh, you have a phone?
Yeah.
Ring.
Sorry. Get the phone, Cratchit.
Hello, Scrooge and Molly. Yes, may I help you?
Well, that's not true. It's just Scrooge.
What? No, but you still work at Scrooge and Molly. That's what it says on the sign.
Bah, Bughum. Now listen. Who is it? Cratchit.
Well, it's not Marley. He's dead. Wait,
Yes,
let's do that. It's, oh my stars. It's Marley. How is he calling from the other side? He wants to speak with you. Excuse me.
Put Scrooge on the phone.
Oh, okay, hold on. Mr. Scrooge, this should be fun for me to listen to. It's your old worker. It's your old Marley. You used to own the shop with you. Go ahead, talk to him. Marley on line 2.
Ooh, Scrooge!
What? Who? This isn't Molly. Molly is dead.
Ooh, repent! Turn from your old ways, Scrooge.
What? This is some kind of prank call. I've seen this. I'm just going to star 69 this and see who this is.
You will be visited by 3 ghosts.
What? They hung up.
If you would like to make a call, please hang up and dial again. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Scrooge.
Who was that? Was that one of your friends doing a prank call on old Scrooge?
No, sir, the number that called is 666-6666.
Dun 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 dun.
So, anywho, back to our earlier discussion. If I come in at all tomorrow, it'll probably be around noonish.
No, Bughum. You listen here and listen good. Wait, hold on. Is Phineas there?
Yes. Sure. Hold on, Phineas. It's 1870. We're not sure what the year is because they have a phone. Could you come speak for a minute?
Phineas.
Hello. Yes.
Phineas.
Yes.
Can I say humbug or do I have to say Bughum?
You say humbug.
Copyrighted?
Bughum. Humbug is copyrighted. Will be haunted by the ghost of Charles Dickens.
Fine and dandy. Off you go, Phineas. Off you go. Cratchit.
Oh, yes, hello, sir.
Now listen here. You will be here Christmas morning, and I don't want to hear any more about this whole I need Christmas morning off, all right?
Yes, sir, Mr. Scrooge. Yes, sir.
Wait, who's that little urchin? Little urchin boy, get out of here! Go on.
No, that's my son, Tiny Tim. Hello,
What?
Hello, boy. Hello, Papa. What are you doing here? Mum sent me to come walk home with you. Oh, okay. Is it time to go? No, I came early. I thought it was bring your son to work day.
Has he been standing out in the cold the whole day?
Oh, yes, sir. Remember you told us we could never allow children inside the office. I'm sorry he came in. I'll put him back in the cold if you'd like, sir.
Well, he's coughing tremendously. What's that cough from, little boy? Why are you coughing so much, little boy?
I have the cough of death. It rattles in my chest.
Fine and dandy. Off you go. Cratchit, I'll see you here tomorrow morning.
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Scrooge.
But by the way, I'm going to be working a few hours more. Put a couple of lumps of coal in there if you don't mind to keep me warm.
You are a turd.
Off you go.
Okay.
Lumps of coal. Get the little boy out of here. Who is he? What's he doing in here, little boy?
I'm Tiny Tim.
Oh, right. You are Tiny. All right, Ben. Off you go.
Tim, it's Tim with a T.
Could you snow sound effects? Oh boy, what a
technically I think that's wind. Snow doesn't really make noise.
Okay, windstorm, snowstorm. Oh yes, Scrooge has a cold heart in a very warm place as he does 3 hours more of work that Christmas Eve night. Oh boy, what is going to happen to Scrooge? Let's see. Oh boy, my corns are barking. I'm going to take off my shoes and turn in for the evening. Oh boy, I wish, they are hurting something tremendously. I will just sit here with a cup of eggnog and...
What's in his eggnog? He just went right to sleep.
Well, he worked too hard.
Does he put Ambien in his eggnog?
Yeah.
He's got eggnog and Ambien.
Yeah. Okay, the cup hits the floor. Yeah, that was good. That was a good sound effect.
Thanks.
What is that noise? Ooh, who's there? It's me, Christmas Carol. Oh, I'm not gonna sing today. I'm Mad Scrooge. Yeah. Christmas Carol is not going to carol today. What is the meaning of this? How did you get in my house? Marley told you you'd be visited by 3 ghosts, and I am the ghost of Christmas past. Ooh! We didn't have time to go in that scene, but let's just say you're a very... Ooh, bad man you are! Bad man!
Did Carol just become Yoda? Bad man you are.
Yeah. Right then, the doorbell rings.
Bong, bong.
Oh, better get the door, Scrooge. I wonder who that could be. Oh, this is crazy, I say. Get the door right now. The door opens. Who is this?
Hey.
That's the ghost of Christmas present.
Hey, Carol.
One.
Hey, Carol, how are you?
Hey, Alec, how are you?
I'm okay. Are we still on for Friday?
Yes. Oh, Alec.
Hey,
yeah.
It's your turn to play on Words with Friends.
I'm on it right now. I'm off. What is going on here?
What's up, Scrooge?
Who are you again?
Alec Baldwin. Maybe you know me from such famous TV shows as 30 Rock. I was also in She's Having a Baby, and from such episodes as I yelled at my daughter and I yelled at the stewardess.
And you're a regular host on Saturday Night Live?
Yes, I hold a record for hosting the most times.
I've seen you on Hulu. Yes, continue.
So anyway, I'm here to talk to you about Christmas present.
Oh, I don't want any Christmas presents, Mr. Baldwin, and nobody gets any. Bug hum.
No, here's the deal. You're a jerk. You know that?
What?
Hear me. Yeah. You know that Cratchit dude with the little guy? What's his Bob Cratchit?
Cratchit?
Yeah, whatever.
I think his name is Cratchit.
Yeah.
With his little friend, Tiny Ben?
Jimmy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think it's Tiny Jim.
Oh, sorry, Jim. Yes.
Anyway, they got all sorts of bad stuff going on, and they can't afford to eat, and you're being a jerk to them, and you need to get your act together. Listen, if I've learned anything, listen, I'm Alec Baldwin. I'm an American treasure, all right? And if I've learned anything, you can't get away with being a jerk. Not nowadays, man. It don't work. Trust me. Trust me.
So you're saying that I can't act all entitled and act like the world revolves around me, that I have to bend my heart a little bit and help humankind?
Listen, guys like you and me, we used to could do that, okay? We could get away with it, but with the whole Twitter thing and all of this other Facebook and people, everybody's got a stinking cell phone with a camera. You can't get away with it. You've got to keep your evilness to a certain privacy.
So you have to be about character and integrity, right? Oh, Mr.
Yes, you play like you're a character with integrity. That's it. Yes.
Ooh, it's me, Christmas Carol. Oh, off you go, Donald.
Carol, did you play yet? Play your word. Play your word, Carol. Play your word.
Oh, you're so mean. I did. Just refresh Words with Friends, and you'll see how I played 11. I just used an 11. What am I trying to say? I used a 7-letter word called inquiry. I think you're really going to like it. Double word score for me.
I'm out of here.
Oh no, I don't understand. I didn't know that little Jim and Crotchet or Crockett. That's why his friend Tubbs comes around and they're always trying to sniff out drug cartels. And they always have that soundtrack that sounds so techno-ish. Maybe that would explain some things. Will you be quiet and walk down here with me inside your big castle of a mansion of a house? Ooh. Do you see who that is, Scrooge? Oh, who is that? It looks like a big ghost with a hoodie. Who is that? It's an Ewok. Look at the beady eyes and the voice. And oh yes, I've known you from.
Ewoks were tiny.
Oh, sorry. Do it again.
Wait, I got it. That guy, he's a big guy.
Oh, it's a Wookiee. What is it, Wookiee? Oh, he said you better change your ways, or your future looks grim and deathly and alone. Do you want that to be your life? He said you'll be sitting alone in your big house watching The Bachelorette, but nobody to love. Is that what you want, Scrooge? Is that what you want? No, I hate The Bachelorette and The Bachelor. It's such a scam. Nobody falls in love. They just keep acting like they do until they get voted out of on second place so they can have their own turn at The Bachelor, Bachelorette. It's such a scam, and I get so... What was that? Was that the doorbell?
Bong, bong.
I'm going to run to the door. I'm opening the door. Why, it's little Jim.
What ho there, Mr. Scrooge?
Little Jim, you sound like you're doing fine and dandy, little Jim. What happened, little Jim?
No, I'm little Jim, the guy that walks by with the paper, and you're going to ask me what day it is.
What day is it, little Jim? What day is it, little Jim?
What, sir? Everyone knows what today is. It's Christmas Day.
Oh, it was such a silent night and a holy night. All was calm and all was very bright except for that ghost that visited me and Alec Baldwin. Here, take this coin. Flip it in the air.
Ching!
You take that, little Jim, and you buy you some Slim Jims, and you buy the biggest goose that money can buy. Okay, little Jim?
Oh, sir, no one really likes to eat goose. You mind if I get him a turkey?
No. I want to be the biggest goose, and I want to be the kind of goose that is so heavy that it's hard for you to walk, little Jim. Like it's almost breaking your back and your legs as you walk, little Jim.
I get the idea you haven't really grasped the entire idea of Christmas.
Merry Christmas, little Jim.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Now, Carol, whisk me off to Crockett and Tubbs' house. Okay, hold on. I gotta knock on the door.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Scrooge.
Crockett.
It's Cratchit. It's Cratchit.
Listen, here's money, and here is coal, and I want you to take care of your family, and I want you to, look, here's a fidget. It's a new toy you can give to your boy over there.
Oh, I'm afraid he's going to die.
Oh, no, hold on. Not after he takes this magic potion right here. Come here, little boy.
I'm afraid of you. You're a mean old man. My father says that you're a monster. No, I didn't. I never said that. He says it all the time. Says you're a stupid monster. No, I didn't. No, I didn't say that. I think you misunderstand me, sir. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I've watched too much Dexter. Now listen. Here, take this potion right here.
Okay, I'm so scared.
Floating in air, little bit.
It's Tiny Tim. Hey, look at me. I've got big muscles. I'm going to play football. And you're going to know me not as Tiny Tim, but as Big Tim. Tim.